Hi everyone! Today is a very exciting day. Let me tell you why. So since Jin and I came back to Minnesota, we have not really eaten any Korean food at all. And also we have this bet, I guess, to see how long we can go without buying to-go food. But it's been like 4 weeks now since we did any to-go orders, so I begged Jin to let me please get some Korean food that I really liked when I was a college student here in Minneapolis, and he said yes. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna take you guys over to the U of M campus to one of my top Korean restaurants in the Minneapolis area, and we can get some food to go. So shall we go?
The destination is on your left. Kimchi Tofu House. Arrived.
The name, Kimchi Tofu House. So funny. The semester here just started, so now the U of M campus is just swarming with students. So even trying to park is next to impossible. This ramp, we have to park near the top because there's no parking spaces. So we should go quickly because the parking fee is kind of expensive. And, oh, I almost forgot too, this restaurant, they have a break time. Just like in Korea, they have a 1 hour break in the middle of the afternoon and it's almost the break time. So we might miss out on getting food if we don't go quick. So let's go. So I'm taking you guys to a place called Kimchi Tofu House. It's in Stadium Village. I think if you were ever a student at the U of M campus, you know what I'm talking about. This place just sells the best Korean comfort food, so I'm so excited. Let's go. We got our food there super fast, took only 5 minutes. So we got a couple of things here to try out. Honestly, we would film inside of that restaurant like we would normally do for a mukbang, but that place is very, very, very small inside and very, very, very quiet, and there's lots of people eating, so I think it would be really embarrassing for us, really uncomfortable for the workers, and really uncomfortable for the people eating. So we just decided to go this, and we're gonna go eat at a park. So let's head over there now.
이거 레이가 한 달 만에 먹는 한국 음식이라 가지고 이거 쏟으면 큰일 나요. 그래서 지금 잘 지키고 있는 중이에요.
Okay, so a few minutes away from Kimchi Tofu House is this beautiful park called Boom Island Park. And it's so beautiful because of this amazing view of downtown Minneapolis behind me. So Koreans have this saying that when you travel abroad, the sundubu tastes better. And I don't know if that's just a psychological thing or what, but I'm gonna find out today if that theory is true. What is this? It looks spicy. I asked for medium spice. I don't know if that's gonna be too hot. I haven't eaten. The packaging's hot. I haven't eaten at this place in probably 3 or 4 years at this point, so I don't even remember which level of spiciness I used to order, but we're gonna test it out. Jin, my assistant cameraman, can you please discard of this for me? Thank you. Pro tip at this place is during lunch, they actually do a special, so you can get sundubu plus some grilled meat of your choice for a good price. Highly recommend doing that. Okay. Let's see what banchan we got. Kimchi, bean sprouts, and some omuk. How exciting. It's like we're in Korea. And some rice. Awesome. Oh, and this as well. Looking good. So excited to try before this gets cold. Some people keep walking by us out here. I think they're jealous. They want to eat this too. Oh, maybe I should try the banchan first before I taste the actual meal. Let's try the banchan. Which one should I have first? I'll try a little bit of each really quick. same as Korea. Kimchi time.
This place name is Kimchi Tofu House.
Exactly. Kimchi Tofu House. That means the kimchi's gotta be good as the first part of the name. Oh, some powerful smelling kimchi, so I'm scared now. That is my perfect type of kimchi right there. Oh my god. You know, I like fermented kimchi with a lot of garlic. That's exactly what this is. Oof, you wanna try? I'll give you a big piece. You're gonna like this. Jin and I have the same kimchi preference. So good, right?
이거 마늘 진짜 많이 들어갔어요. 역시 저희 취향에 맞아요.
You know what's funny? At this place, I used to always order kimchi jjigae. And that's one of the reasons I freaking fell in love with Korean food. That kimchi jjigae at Kimchi Tofu House. But I don't remember ever eating just their raw kimchi. But maybe I like their kimchi jjigae so much because their kimchi is so delicious. Oh my god. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, it was a fly. I got too scared so I didn't look at what it was. I gotta eat a little bit more of this. Dang, that's good. I wonder if they sell it by the jar. Okay. Okay, Kimchi Tofu House. Let's try some of the other stuff here first. Oh, it's so windy. I'm really sorry, guys. My hair is going everywhere. Okay, let's try some of this before it gets cold. What the heck? Is it because I've been deprived of Korean food these days? This is freaking good. Oh my god. Jin. Try. The Korean has to give the advice. Give the opinion. Tender. Sweet.
한국에서 먹던 맛이랑 조금 뭔가 다른데 맛있어요. 되게 부드럽고.
I like it. Okay. Now, try some kimbap too. The great thing about this place, I remember this being a college student. This place is known for opening early and having kimbap ready to go for students on their way to class. So if you're an international Korean student and you're wanting some home comforts, you can just walk by Kimchi Tofu House on your way to your morning class, grab 2 rolls for $7 and your meals are set for the day. They've got, oh, it's a meatless kimbap, very simple. Let's give it a shot.
When was your last time eating kimbap? Maybe the top of the mountain in Gyeongsan?
Probably haven't eaten kimbap since hiking. Oh, I love kimbap. It's too much of a hassle to make it myself. Because they put this salty amuk inside, it's very flavorful. But by itself, also salty. Okay, now the moment of truth, the thing I've been waiting for. My sundubu. So, I think the last time I had sundubu in the US was probably about a year ago when Jin and I went to LA. We went to, what's it called? Bukchangdong. We went to Bukchangdong, the most famous LA sundubu house, to try their sundubu since it's so famous. It was delicious, super delicious, but so expensive. So maybe the theory about sundubu tasting better when you're abroad is just boiled down to the fact that when you miss something so much and you finally get to have it again, it's just so much sweeter. So we'll see. Before it gets cold, I have to try. I'm just gonna try the broth first. Oh my god! I missed this. Next time I'm not gonna get the medium spicy. Oh. Oh, this brings me back to my university days. It feels so nostalgic. because Minnesota is such a cold place. Hold on, I'm dying. Because Minnesota is so cold, in the wintertime, all you want is something warm. A warm cup of coffee, a warm blanket, or in my case, a nice warm bowl of kimchi tofu house sudobu. Okay, so this is just bringing me back to a cold, snowy day in December, back in 2016, eating my sundubu by myself in kimchi tofu house. It's good. It is better than Korea. Wow, they give you such big pieces of dubu in here. You got some big pieces of pork as well. The spice level is intense. I feel like I'm breathing fire right now. I'm so glad we have this place. Minnesota doesn't have a huge variety of Korean restaurants available, but there are a few that have been around for a long time. This is one of them, and there's a reason for it. So delicious. I hope you guys can check it out. I know we have a lot of Koreans living in Minnesota also, so hopefully you've been here, but if you haven't, highly recommend. Good. Wow. Oh, I feel bad Jin, the cameraman, is just sitting here salivating behind the camera while I eat this delicious food. They're also very generous with their rice portion. Still, my favorite way to eat sundubu is just letting the rice absorb the liquid. Oh, so good. Many people like to actually take the dubu out and set it on top of their rice, but I'm not on that same team. I like my dubu nice and lava hot, so it just burns the back of my throat. It's much better that way. You know, college students don't usually have a lot of money, and that's how I was too when I was in college. I had no time and no money. So this place was always good because you can get quite a large portion for pretty cheap, and it's healthy-ish and tastes delicious. Even after I went to the gym, I would go work out and I just walk over here to Kimchi Tofu House and get some delicious food.
So this is the food you miss the most when you're in Korea?
I mean, how can I miss Korean food when I was in Korea? But if I have to name like my top 3 or top 5 restaurants in the Minneapolis area, this is definitely on that list. I ate here, I don't even know how many times. So good. That reminds me of a funny story. So the Korean community in Minnesota is very small, I think. And I remember once after I worked out, I just did a to-go order at this restaurant. Just, you know, I'm just a normal college student, normal person, got my to-go order, and then later I got a text from my Korean friend saying, "Did you just go to Kimchi Tofu House?" And I said, "Why?" And they said, "Oh, the person working there texted me and said they saw you ordering something." I said, "How do they know who I am?" They're like, "I guess maybe not that many people that look like you go there."
So you started a trend.
I don't think I started a trend. I'm just saying the community is small. Maybe back in the day this wasn't as popular? I don't know. I think the Korean food craze has definitely grown so much in America these days. When we walked inside, there were so many non-Koreans eating. Maybe people are less afraid. They're more eager to try. So good. Okay guys, I don't want my food to get cold, so that means it's time for me to part ways with you all so I can finish this in peace. But I sincerely hope you enjoyed coming along with us today and like getting to follow in my footsteps from back in the day and getting to know one of my favorite Korean restaurants here in the US. Hopefully if you are in Minneapolis or you come to Minneapolis, you can check this place out because I don't think you'll be disappointed. And also, you know, it's just good to know that there are Korean options available even here in the middle of America. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna sit here and finish my delicious sundubu, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, say can you